Y'all, before I start this, I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash from this, from my ex-husband's family. But I just got to tell, I'm sorry, because something else is going on in that family with his sister daughter, which is my ex-sister-in-law daughter. Let me tell y'all about the time when I walked in. Well, I was getting off work. I'll put it like that. I was getting off work and I had to go by my ex-mother-in-law house to get home. So I saw my ex-husband's car there. So I just stopped, thinking nothing of it. So I just stopped and, went in the house, knocked on the door, but nobody answered. But the door was unlocked. So I just went on in, and my husband came, ex-husband, I don't know why I keep saying husband, ex-husband, my first ex-husband, came out of the bathroom with a towel wiping his hand and stuff, and had a lot of bubble sludge and stuff on his hand. And I was like, what you doing? He was like, I'm in here helping mama take a bath. You helping your mama take a bath? There ain't nothing wrong with your mama. Why are you helping your mama take a bath? So about 5 minutes after that, she got out the bathroom, came around there. And mind you, y'all, this lady could not stand me from day one. When I married into that family, she could not stand me, and my ex-father-in-law could not stand my ex-husband. He did not like his own son. He hated his own son, and he made it known. Okay, let's go ahead and fast forward to about 2 or 3 weeks after that. It was one Sunday. So on my way from church, my ex-husband, he was one of those kind of people. He don't believe in going to church. He don't believe in none of that. He ain't going to church. But now his mother, my ex-mother-in-law, was a different story. She was the one always on the darn front seat, shouting and going on. But nevertheless, her and her daughter had an argument about 2 or 3 weeks after the bathroom incident, and my ex-husband helping her take a shower. And my ex-sister-in-law, she was so angry with her, and she kept telling her, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You treat him like a baby. You treat him like a baby. You love him more than you love us. Every side he go, you go. Every side you go, he go. So I'm just thinking he's a mama's boy. Because, that's what they do, mama's boy. So that Sunday I was coming from church, and I stopped by just to speak to her. Because that was the kind of person I am, just to speak to her, even though she couldn't stay in my damn guts from day one. Just to speak to her. Got there, knocked on the door. My ex-father-in-law opened the door. And I was like, where is so-and-so? Back there in the room. And your husband back there too. I said, my husband back there. I said, but his car ain't in the yard where the car at. On the back of the house. Y'all, when I walked in and walked down the hallway, they was living in a mobile home. I walked down the hallway, and she was in the bed sleeping, and my husband was in the bed, ball up next to her, sleeping too. So I knocked him. I'm like, what the you doing in the bed with your mama sleeping? What you doing in the bed with your mama sleeping? That's what I want to know. What are you doing in bed with your mama sleeping? Oh no, she just had a headache. She had a slight headache, and I went and got her something for her headache, and then I just helped her got to the bed, and I must be just I fell asleep. So this is when all hell broke loose. Now I know why your father couldn't stand you. He hated you. So his dad came down the hall and he told me, he said, no, that ain't why. That's not the reason why he's in the bed with her. He's in the bed with her because that's her boyfriend. I said, that's her boyfriend. I said, what the mean? That's her boyfriend. That's her son. He said, now my ex-father-in-law said, that's why I can't stand that's why I cannot stand the mother. I cannot stand him. He said, if I was able to get out and start all back over again, I'd leave. He said, that's why my room is on this side. He said, that's why my room is on this side. And he said, that's why her room is on the other side. He said, they think I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. He said, the shit been going on. He said, I heard it. Y'all, when I tell you that hit me like a damn ton of bricks. It hit me like a ton of damn bricks that I found out my ex-husband was his mother's boyfriend. That's why the couldn't stand me. The liked me from day one. From day one, she could not stand me. So I confronted her daughter, which is my ex-husband's sister, and I asked her, I said, did you know anything about this? Did you find anything weird, saw anything weird going on? I said, because I know your father is in, he had a touch of dementia. She said, yeah, he got a touch of dementia, but he ain't lying. He ain't lying one bit. He ain't lying. She said, that's why me and my mama always fussing. That's why I don't even go to that damn house, because it's evil. And she said, your husband, she said, and I hope it's about to be your ex-husband. She said, my ex-husband and his mother has been doing that for a while, since he was a teenager. And now her daughter has come forth with some information about some more stuff that's going on in their family. That's what led me to tell this story, because the stuff her daughter is talking about now is the stuff I went through with that family. Yeah. My ex-husband was his own mama. And it was going on for years. And yes, I divorced his ass. I sure did. And like I said, I know I'm going to catch some heat behind this. And I know they're probably watching my page. But yeah, I told it. I did. So, I got that off my chest. Have a good day, y'all.
Tough News TV. We out.